Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. For the last 3-4 days, I was fortunate enough to deliver a series of lectures in Dubai, organized by a small group of Keralites. The name of the organization is Keraliyam. Their ultimate aim is to learn, teach and preach the Indian culture, particularly aiming at the Kerala people. What I could see in UAE, something wonderful and beyond the level of imagination. Indians in UAE are so much thrilled, and they are now very much proud and confident to say that they are Indians. And the Hindus are also equally proud to say that they are Hindus. And they are now living there, not with the mentality of a slave or a worker, but they are a partner in the development of UAE countries. I was fortunate enough to deliver lecture in Abu Dhabi Embassy Hall. The hall was given by the Indian ambassador, Indian Embassy, almost free of cost, and their representatives were there full time. And the first lecture organized in Abu Dhabi Embassy Hall was jam-packed with excellent audience. I was fortunate enough to deliver a lecture about how to live and how to learn, why to learn Indian culture for making a glorious life. After that, I was also fortunate enough to deliver a lecture in Align for Sri Narayana Dharma Paribalana SNDP Trust, where a huge number of leftist party members were there. They were all eagerly waiting for listening to the Indian culture, Indian heritage and the contribution of Sri Narayana Guru based on Sanatana Dharma. They were so thirsty to know about India, which in fact was previously deprived as being Communist Party members. I was also fortunate enough to deliver lecture organized by Mata Amritanandamayi group in connection with 62 years of Amma's service to the world. Excellent group of people attended the program. I was also fortunate enough to deliver to deliver a good lecture for the Art of Living group, where many people attended, not merely the members from Art of Living, but others were also present there. And I was also lucky enough to deliver an excellent group meeting where about 500-600 people attended in Dubai Council Hall, Embassy Hall, which was sponsored by Indian ambassador, and he was also so much kind enough to give tea and snacks plus almost free this embassy hall for organizing the lecture program, and their representatives were there full time. And in fact, I was also lucky enough to deliver a a study class, lecture for the embassy staff. And all these, within 3 days and a half, about 9 programs, and the response from the people was so thrilling, and their confidence could be taken to the highest level. And what we could see in Dubai, in Alain, in Sharjah and in Abu Dhabi was that they are so much interested to learn Indian heritage, to teach Indian heritage, to preach Indian heritage, to practice something what are available in Indian heritage, and also act and react according to the rules and regulations of the country, whatever is happening against Indian culture. Thus, I could say the whole thing, even though I used to visit UAE many times before 6 years. Now what I could see, many people say that it is partly due to the effect of Indian Prime Minister's visit in UAE and what happened in Abu Dhabi. The whole rulers came forward for welcoming Indian Prime Minister, and also the lecture delivered in Dubai cricket hall, cricket stadium. The impact of Indian Prime Minister in the mind of the rulers of UAE and also in the mind of Indians could make this change still more exuberant, even though it was elevating before that. So that change could be seen so nicely throughout UAE, not only for me as far as my lecture programs are concerned, but also what I could see, the Hindu festivals, Hindu organizations, Hindu cultural programs, these were all going on very well, just like they were all organized in Indian soil. The rulers, the police and the law and order abiding authorities and the ministry, they were all supporting directly without any negatives, but of course with limited restrictions for organizing such programs throughout the UAE, and that is happening in another part. So learning and teaching Sanatana Dharma and Indian culture can be done now without much fear. Even Indian minorities have also become a strong bonded participants in learning and teaching Indian culture, and they are also started thinking that their role as Indians should be positive and should never be negatives. Everywhere in UAE we could see that the Indians are now living with the guts, with the pride, with the self-respect, and from the richest to the poorest, from the most educated to least educated, and from socially, intellectually backward to socially, intellectually forward group, people are all coming together, working together, sharing together, caring together, and quivering together, for which Indian Embassy has also become a very, very active center. And thus whatever changes are taking place in India for the last 16-17 months could also be seen in every corner of the UAE countries. In fact, it may be true as far as other countries are also concerned. When I was fortunate enough to visit London 2 months back, I could see the similar change among the Indians. They were all talking about the changes taking place in India and its reflection outside India. So anyone who is listening to this speech, what I am delivering now, in 10-15 minutes, always remember that it is your bound duty to see that Indian culture, Indian values, Indian ethos, Indian knowledge should be learned thoroughly without superstition and should be taught to as many people as possible, so that our self-respect and our pride will be maintained for a longer period than for a short period. Generally, people may be feeling that self-respect for a short period. Some incident may be taking place and they will be coming back. It should not happen. So whosoever may be the ruler of India, whatsoever may be the changes taking place in India, the changes taking place outside India should be sustainable and permanent. With these words, I would like to express my pranams to you. Thank you very much.